All aboard, all you Empire fanatics. Yes, welcome to season 6, episode 4, Tell the Truth. And they definitely got into the truth this episode. We're going to talk about Bossy Media. We're going to get into Who's the King. We're not talking about Michael Jackson, much more than that. And also making the film, Don't You Move.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Yes!
When did they add that little intro to it?
I don't know. I'm grooving. Yeah. What is it, 70s, 80s? What kind of music is this?
I don't know.
I just kind of like
Just
it.
kinda good?
Like
Okay.
It's like feel good music.
Feel good?
Right.
With the lights too, you know. Welcome guys, welcome. Disco action is going on in the Empire today. Super excited to get into this episode. Tell the truth. Okay, and we're going to get into the truth and the bits and pieces of this episode for sure. We're going to talk about Bossy Media, Who's the King, making the film. Also, stick around. We're going to have a little news coming up, as well as, oh no, you didn't, moments and predictions.
Hit each other.
But I'm not here by myself. I'm joined by this terrific duo, okay?
Hey, guys.
Contestant number 1 here loves sports, dining out, and we'll go on a Groupon date. Everybody, Tyra.
There's such things as Groupon dates.
You know, yes.
I guess that's accurate. Hey, guys. Thanks for tuning in again.
Tyra. Now, Hayley, on the other hand, will not go on Groupon date. You need to have a little cheddar for the crackers and the biscuits and everything, the butter on the bread, okay?
Whoa.
No, just joking. She's a lovely girl as well. Super talented. She's killing it right now in the sports industry. Miss Hayley.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Excited to be back again. Make sure you're in our live chat. I will be in it. I will be seeing your comments. Follow along with us. You are an extension of us, so hit up the live chat.
Yes, we can't wait to get into it. Super excited. So, ladies, how did you guys feel about this episode starting off?
This episode. I was here for it. I think it came a little bit better than last week's. I like how Lucius is taking charge on his story.
Welcome back, Lucius.
You know, because it is about his life. So I love how he came in and was like, this is what this was like. I don't know who that cookie is, but we're getting a new cookie. And yeah, I love how they just touched on, of course, the things that are going on in society. Mm-hmm. And more importantly, I love how Cookie is finding herself now. We're focusing on her finding peace of everything that she's gone through all these years after in prison.
She's been through a lot, for sure.
Yeah.
For me,
What do you think, Hayley? Be honest.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I was at like a 5, and that's kind of almost feeling generous. Just because I don't know the direction that Empire is trying to take the show right now. I understand it's the last season, but it just feels like everyone is so much doing their own thing right now that the whole entire episode after episode, it just feels lopsided. It feels like there's no flow, there's no pattern, there's nothing to just take us into the next week, obviously until the last bomb that they dropped on us. Haha, literally.
Right, literally.
This episode. But overall, I'm just kind of like, meh.
Yeah,
maybe it's
that
just
would be your
like
emoticon.
It's a build up. You know, they gotta.
Yeah, I think they're going.
I have hope. I have hope.
Okay.
They're just, throwing everything in, and then, like, as it gets closer, it's gonna just all merge together, and you're gonna be like, oh my God.
Oh, that's for sure what's gonna happen. I think right now I'm really on the downward swing, mostly because they're giving me very little hope about Lucius. Like,
their word is their word again.
No,
not again.
How high I am on them to love conquering all. It's just week after week they just are digging deeper and deeper to not come out of this hole they're in. So
they start off, I agree with you ladies. I think they start off with such a bang, the first 2 episodes, that the third one is like, when you start off so high, it kind of leaves you a little less area to play with, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where else do you go?
Yeah.
But we're gonna start off with talking about Bossy Media.
Bossy Media.
Bossy.
Woo.
You're the first.
On
the
track. I'm with you, friend. I don't know the lyrics all the way, but I'm with you. I gave us some shoulder.
No, I think that's right.
And I'm the one that's tattooed on his arm.
I'm like, if not, we can make it those lyrics.
Here it is.
Khalees and Nas.
Yeah.
Yes, Bossy Media have nothing to do with Khalees, okay? Well, unless she comes and guests on the show. But Bossy Media, right now, we have just seen that Lala is blowing up. We see Becky, is doing the groundwork with this startup new label, right? She's in the groundwork. She's in the cycling class. Looking good, Becky, by the way. Woo!
Yeah.
Becky is down some, right? She's looking good. She's looking phenomenal. She's killing it. And also now she basically found a way to play her music at a gym Do you guys think that's really an effective way to spread music? Do you think that was just like a little, did you really believe it?
No. I was actually very confused on that. Like, I get it, you know, people go to spin class, but for her to put all of her energy in getting her, like, you know, in rotation at a spin class.
That was a lot, yeah.
It was just like, okay, this is random. I'd rather just you go take it to a radio station or something. I just didn't see how effective that was. Granted, I mean, I know we all like to listen to music while working out, but I think it was just another strategy. It shouldn't have been like the main focus. Like, we have to get Tiana on this track so they can play it at the spin class. Like,
See,
what?
See, I'm gonna disagree with you right there.
Oh.
So you must take spin class.
Yeah,
Okay.
the fitness guru.
Miss
Football here.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I will say the reason why I disagree is because there is I've taken one Soul Cycle class in my life. I know, hard to believe, right? But one Soul Cycle class, okay? And every time there was one song, and it's called Burn the House Down, and every time I hear that song now, I just remember myself doing the up and
down, side, okay.
And the cycle. So, like, that song is stuck with me, and I actually do listen to it pretty regularly when I'm going to work out now. So I will say that when I'm working out, songs that get me pumped up and things like that, like I remember them and I go and actually try and find them. So
True.
I'm the opposite side of the
making
spectrum.
it big, I don't know, unless somebody like posts it on their social media or something.
I definitely agree that radio is obviously the smarter
that's a stretch,
route,
yeah.
But I can see it's grassroots. It's grassroots media. That's what they're doing.
We assume, okay, guys, that this is a huge gym with tons of, they said influencers.
They did say
It has to be that, because just the fact that, you know, Hayley and the 12 other people that's in your class is going to take it to the top. I don't know. But the influencers, I think it's the extra button that's going to be like the whole, maybe that's why she targeted that spin class.
Yeah, and that's a thing now, too. We do see influencers and celebrities
you can make
showing their
anytime.
workouts on their pages.
For sure.
So I guess that's the new wave. Wow, is that what we've come
Yes.
to?
Oh, influencers. Everybody want to be an influencer.
Yeah,
clearly.
That's true. That's true. Well, yeah, and then we further go into the subject of being pro-life. I thought we were done with it last episode, but it seemed like it's going to be a little bit of a trend this season. So through the character Tiana, they're basically saying that as a woman, the men step up to her and tell her as a woman, listen, you need to go back and recant what you said about pro-life, or the men are going to be upset. So now I wrote down a little note that the overlying theme of this episode is men can't control women. Did you guys feel that?
Mm-hmm.
I did.
I was getting myself together.
I felt it. I kind of kept feeling this episode on this subject specifically because last week I was pretty at a standstill of how this show really wrote this into just the overarching theme of the show. And this week's episode obviously focused even more on it. And for me, when we first kind of get reintroduced to it, it's obviously with Tiana again, and it's that conversation that she's having with Andre. And I thought it was very strange. Andre gave me very Lucius and Eddie vibes. And that was, and Tiana's trying to say, of all people, I thought you would understand, blah, blah, blah. And I definitely didn't like him saying any of the things he did about that she just needs to suck it up for her career and things like that, because we do have opinions also, and I love that Tiana is finding her voice and trying to be vulnerable, but then at the same time, I also felt conflicted about how Bossy Media handled it as well.
Yeah, girl power. First of all, shout out to women. Everyone, if you have estrogen in your body right now and you have a uterus, it's your day all the time at Empire. Watch the show at any point, and we're gonna give you 5 stars, okay? Because we just love women, because we're women. Right? We all,
yes,
okay, all right.
we're
You gotta check. You gotta check these things. So just making sure.
Check.
You gotta check. So just want to shout out that. And definitely this episode was definitely a female powering episode, hands down. And then, you kind of basically touched on it too a little bit, Hayley. But do you think they pushed it too far? Like, will followers really stop following you based on your stance of being pro-life, pro-choice?
I think with, like they said, like how Andre was talking about the cancel culture, that's real. Like,
you can't have an opinion anymore.
You can't have an opinion. It's so real. You have to watch everything you say. It's actually quite annoying, because when did it come to this that everybody's so sensitive?
So PC.
Yeah. But
2019, that's why.
It's 2019. I get it. I'm hoping that this wave kind of dies down. Like, after everybody gets satisfied with whatever they want out of America, you just get back to just being okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, back on Tiana's character, like, I was here for it. I was here for her standing up for what she believed in, because I think another thing that was like touched on this episode was, yes, you may have your opinion, but we all have to still respect each other's opinions. Yeah. And I loved how each party, each side stayed strong in their belief, but they were able to still come together. I mean, hence they brought her to the company, even though they both had abortions. So, you know.
See, I think they're doing a good job of letting you see it from a bunch of different angles.
Yeah.
A couple things that I did enjoy about it was you see one perspective of obviously the company that's there to see Tiana kind of take back everything that she said. You see Andre and his perspective. You definitely see Lucius because he said some things that I was like, Lucius, no. Like, you just don't say those things out loud about women getting, their mouths could get them in trouble. Like, come on now.
It's not
we're allowed to have an
1960s.
opinion.
Come on.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that bothered me, but I really snaps over here for Devon. Because I loved how he stood up for his woman and that he was proud of her for standing up for what she believed in and being her own person.
Yeah,
I thought that was super, super special. What did he say? What
He
was his
says
line?
she's her own woman.
Yes, exactly,
Devon, you gonna get some tonight.
Yeah.
Like, that was amazing.
Yeah, no,
I'm over here
That
like,
was good. Yeah,
no,
he said
it was cute. It was really, I really respected him for doing that. And then I think where I still just felt conflicted is because obviously we're seeing so many different perspectives. We're seeing Tiana's pro-life perspective. We're seeing Giselle, who went through an abortion, and Becky, who went through an abortion. It obviously affected them very differently. I just wish, and I'm sure maybe in this upcoming episodes, in which I hope this will happen, I hope that Becky is able to speak her truth also.
Yeah.
Because the one thing that a little piece of me is being bothered by Tiana is the fact that it doesn't seem like she's willing to hear out anyone else's perspective. That she's
You
just
think
like,
so?
a little bit. Because
I think she's just fighting for her opinion. I
Well,
think she's just fighting for
I think
her
it's
right to say
Yeah,
it.
I think it's a little both. I just wish
Yeah.
that she would be able to like have that conversation with Becky to just understand like the impact that, because Becky at this point almost doesn't even want to be around Tiana. You know, so just like,
But
it's
isn't that
it's
judgy,
just so-
though?
It is, but it isn't. You know what I mean? Like, she's just like, Becky just feels so passionate about this. I just hope the show writers get it to the point to where Becky also speaks her truth.
I think Becky is just more upset at the fact that Giselle slid Tiana right on in there without
think so.
her.
I agree.
I think that beef or whatever is gonna get squashed. I think now it seems like it's getting built up to Giselle and Becky. Who's over this company? Are we still a duo, or are you gonna be CEO and I'm, whatever the next
Becky
level
going back
down
to
is?
doing what she's been
Yeah.
doing underneath everybody.
There's a fight for power right now.
Yeah.
They're in a partnership, and it was cool when they were at Empire, but now they're building something. When you build something, that's when you're kind of going through a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of like, I know best. No, I know best. No, I know
Yeah.
best. It's almost like they're first-time parents, and this is literally their baby.
Yeah.
And they're bumping head at it, left and right.
They just have different visions on how to raise it.
Yes.
Literally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I'm kind of interested to see what's going to happen in the next seasons with Bossy Media. I hope they don't tear away. I hope not.
The one
because-
thing that I will say that y'all talked about that I wanted to touch on is how we talked about, they did bring up the fact of Twitter. Like, I think it was Becky who said that she's
Twitter's
getting
eating her up.
drugged through Twitter. And that is so real. Twitter is one of the darkest platforms. I work in social
Oh, it's
media
bad.
to the extent that before I post any of my content ever, I have to go through the thought of what is the worst thing that someone is going to say about this. And that's a very real thought process that you have to have, because Twitter is a dark place. We call them Twitter trolls, and they're out and they're lurking.
But at some point, I think we have moved to a place where we no longer have thick skin. We're no longer to have an opinion. We don't have thick skin. We're in a generation where everybody gets a trophy, which is great for your
everyone has an
self-esteem.
opinion.
It's great,
Yeah.
but it's just like, come on, like.
But the truth got to be the truth at some point, right?
Yeah. Wow.
And just because not me, I'm not pro-life, all right? I'm pro-choice, okay. But what I'm saying, but let's say I was taking that stance. Are you gonna surmise me as a whole individual based on one thing that I believe in?
I know.
I don't know. We got some good conversation going, guys. Chat with us in the chat. We who's pro-life, who's pro-choice. No.
I don't know if we need to have that debate in the chat. After watching the show.
The chat between Erica and Samantha are just talking about that big bomb at the end.
Yes,
That's what they talk about right now.
Yeah, they're like, let's get some exciting stuff. Enough of pro-life.
Oh my God. Do you guys feel as though this is just so dramatic? You have the death at the end. You have the bombs. It's like, I feel like for this last season, they're pulling out all the theatrics. They're doing, what can we do to make something pop? Sign it, write it in the contract
Instead of
right
just
now.
giving us a
natural
good, just like,
Exactly.
this is Empire. Because season 1 was popping. We need, bring us in. We just need that, what's going to just tie the bow on it, and we can be satisfied with the years that we had with Empire.
Yep.
A nice farewell.
I agree.
A nice happy farewell.
Like,
Just-
when you could just tell when someone's a little bit of a try-hard. That's what I feel like this season is. They're trying really hard to keep us here and keep us interested when it's like, we're already here. We've gone through 5 seasons with you. We're here for a 6th. We just want what Empire is, what we've always known it to be and loved it to be.
You're right. I mean, because if we didn't leave after the Jussie Smollett scandal, allegedly, whatever it may have been, we don't know. He was acquitted, so that's what we do know. Yeah. But if we didn't leave for that, then I feel like they're just still kind of trying to beg us to stay at this point. But one thing we will never have to do to beg, because we know you guys love her so much and you guys are so loyal, and that is to
tune in to us.
Yes.
4 weeks. We almost got it.
Guys, we just want to thank you guys for making us the ESPN of TV Talk. If you guys love watching us every day, give us a thumbs up. Give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. Leave us comments. We're here in the chat talking right now. And we just want you guys to know that we appreciate you. We appreciate AfterBuzz. This is giving us a platform to speak our opinions and have the right to speak our opinions. Hey. And you guys have the right to speak your opinions also in the chat. So again, we love you guys. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and tell your friends, everybody subscribe, do all that, because we need it. Thanks, guys.
Hey. Yes, we're definitely pro AfterBuzz. Thank you. Pro AfterBuzzers, speak alive, speak up. Okay, anyways, who is the king? We're going to get into Andre, basically how Andre, we see him in past episodes where his medical condition or his mental stability has been showing him, showing his insecurity about carrying the throne in the position of Kingsley, right? And so now that Cookie is back, now that Lucius is back, do you think that Lucius is now a threat to Andre?
I think Andre is a threat to Lucius.
Oh.
Because, I think that's another reason why he's storming in, because Andre is on his road. He has the movie going. He has this, and this. And we saw briefly in that little scene where, Andre kind of got, Andre got ticked off about something that was going on. I don't know. I think Lucius, now that he's back, he just wants to take over again. And it's just like, no. We're going a good path without you here. And you need to just stay in your place, because you're a little all over the place right now. I think it's just that power hungriness from Lucius that he just wants to take over all over again. And it's not Andre. Andre knows his stance, but now he's just like, he's trying to take over again. It's just that butt head that they've had all of this time.
For me, it's more of, I think that Lucius is threatened. I think that even though he might speak the words that his family essentially destroyed the empire he created, I think he's seeing the success that they had and the fact they were fine without him for 6 months. And I don't think that he's really cool with that. And so I think he's just trying to come in and destroy everything that has been built because he wasn't a part of it, and because he needs to make a point that he's Lucius, that this was his empire, he built this empire, and no one can do it like Lucius can do it. So he's going to destroy everything that they did over the last 6 months, so that way he can then take the glory and take the credit for it again.
Hence why he acted a fool during that show.
Yes.
And then, like I said,
that's
we were out there watching.
Prime example.
I'm like, first of all, it was better when Andre or whoever was over it.
Yeah.
You made it all dark and grungy. Yeah. Like, we need some life out of your story, because it's already enough. That's crazy.
But Lucius did show them when he pulled that tablecloth. That was just with vigor.
Yeah. Did that make you feel better, Lucius?
Are you guys scared now?
Is your ego back up?
Cookie's like, I still have my food. You know what I mean? He didn't get my chicken off my plate.
Shout out to Terry for really asking what's most important in all of this was she was still hungry.
No. Yeah. That would have been me. Like, forget all the extra. Why was he so extra?
It was a lot.
That off.
It was a lot.
She spoke the biggest truth and everything, and that it was, why couldn't he have wait for us to eat and then dump it?
Exactly. She's speaking as a post-pregnant woman, so she's still hungry, right? So basically, the king, we see Lucius is kind of battling Andre, but Lucius is also on Cookie's trail. Now, for the Lucius fan, I hate saying that word. Oh, I hate saying that word.
They actually said it on the show too today. Did you hear
Oh,
it?
yeah,
I told you they are. It's Lucius. It's a thing.
Oh, Lucius. Anyways, so are you guys still Team Lucius? What do you think?
I am.
Still Team Lucius.
Because, listen, they've invested so much time. They know all each other's secrets. They've killed for each other. They've done all of this crazy stuff. It's just like, listen, just get it together. Nobody is going to be able to put up with Cookie. Nobody's going to be able to put up with Lucius. They are just a perfect mesh. And I am here for it. I need Lucius to let go of the 6-month lie and just, let's build this empire back together. Let's get it, I don't know.
Because she could have really slept with him. Then that could have been a 9-month fly.
of the dramatics. Like,
No, I think Lucius needs to let go of his ego, let go of his pride a little bit, because Cookie is there trying to make it work. You know, she's saying, like, I forgive you, let's move past this. And Lucius is just too dang stubborn. Again, I think it goes back to him feeling threatened.
You're not for Lucius at all, right? We're not going to see him on a t-shirt.
we're not for Lucius this
Like,
episode.
the fact that he is sitting there just so freaking stubborn. It's like, bruh, let's just step off our high horse for a sec. And again, I think it goes back to the fact that he's threatened that Cookie's been doing what's good for Cookie these past 6 months, and Lucius only thinks about me. Even when he brings it up, he was like, he even tries to say, like, I did everything right. And it's like, no, you're making that about you.
Yeah.
You're saying you tried to do everything right. It was never, I tried to do everything right for you. It's just like he still has to make things about himself. And I just think that he needs to step aside, put whatever issues he has, and then they can go back to being
And
Lucious.
it's just like, let's be clear. This whole little lie about her sleeping with him does not top all of the things that
your
he
list
has
is
done
long.
to her.
Agreed.
She spent 17 years in prison.
Yes.
I mean, Anika came in and took her spot on the throne.
But really, though,
And then let's not forget he fled off with old girl, and they were making a happy home. He wasn't even gonna come back to Empire.
And we haven't even seen her. Where is she, by the way?
Oh,
She
that's
just dropped
coming.
off. Yeah.
We also have to talk about that whole little incident of squashing the beef.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Opening-
what?
opening
okay,
the show.
Damon's off the show. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Right.
Bye. You know what?
wait.
See you later.
They're microwaving the meals for us at this point. Nobody has a fat grandma in the kitchen anymore, sweating, putting together the mashed potatoes and the rice and the beans. Right now, they're just giving us microwave plates and say, "Hey, you guys digest." You know what I mean? That's how I feel right now. The opening scene. Thank you for calling it out. Opening the scene. They have been. Whoa, huge villains fighting. Both have been built up to be characters that are super threatening, you know? And then when they meet up again for the first time after all the stuff that we have seen.
After the dramatics of the cars, the bus.
Yes.
We just have one gun pointing at another gun. Say, I'm not gonna mess with your family. Cool. You're not gonna mess with my family.
No.
Cool.
Going back
good.
on what you
We're
said,
good.
they've been built up to be these evil, men.
Masterminds.
See one little, I don't even think it was a real cop car. see the parking lot security and everybody like hiding the guns. Like, what?
Empire. Why? Why?
Yeah.
Empire?
And
Oh my
okay,
God.
I will say the one thing that was kind of creative for me in a very strange way was the fact that they had the beautiful song playing in the background, and it was like a parallel thing of like Lucius, instead of being with his family and being with his granddaughter in her baptism, he goes off, does Lucius things.
And why was he
Lucius
there?
things.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Why
he just
was
gets this
he
call, like why'd you even show up, bro?
What is going on, Empire? Like, why was
so
he there?
strange.
And
It was so strange.
how did Lucius know his parking spot?
How did he know to leave to go to the bank? Then he takes him like, bro, I'm outside. Let's go.
Catch me outside. Like,
Where am I meeting you at? Okay, that's you over there. Let me pull up.
Oh my God.
that was so. I'm so sorry, Empire. Lee Daniels hired me. I'm so sorry for saying this.
We love you, Lee,
Ooh,
but look.
that was bad.
It
That
was
bad.
strange.
It was almost like he texted him like, "Hey, come sneak on me, man."
But you know what? I don't know. But like we said, we don't know what's going on with his daughter. So maybe I'm hoping that this is not the end. That was just like a little to throw us off kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Let us know in the chat if you think this was the end of Damon Cross or not. Because like in
he's
Empire
back.
fashion, it can't be.
It's not.
It
Of course
can't
not.
be.
I think they just need to pause his storyline because they're trying to wrap up so many other storylines.
I agree.
So they're literally just giving little snapshots of all the characters over all 6 seasons, trying to give somebody their last paycheck, before we cut you off. It's like, oh yeah, you did a good job this season 3, episode 9, Alicia Keys. Come on back. We're gonna just say you had a baby.
Killed me was
What is going on?
how's Cookie's leg? The leg
Yes.
she was
Oh
running
my
on
God.
when she was shot.
Okay, we can stay on this
when he
forever.
said,
We can't
Is
even.
she walking better? I almost, y'all, you don't want to know where my brain went when he said that. I was like, what is he insinuating? I was like, oh wait, he shot her.
In the leg.
Oh. If it was that, okay, that's when the real Lucius would have came out. He said that.
This is
No,
crazy.
he did. Those were exact words. Because when I heard that, I was like,
No,
wait a
I'm
second,
saying
what's
if he was like
implying?
referencing that,
yeah.
he would have been dead.
Yeah.
It's just too much. Okay, we have to move past it because it's just too ludicrous. Okay, we're gonna tap into a little bit of the cookie tea talk, right? The two hosts who we now know, one name is Lizzie. Hey, Lizzie. Well, actually, I don't like you, Lizzie. Never mind.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll take back my hey.
Bye, Lizzie.
But what did you guys think? Do you think it's being a little bit redundant? To be honest, every time we see her at the tea talk, we already know that the two hosts is going to be 2 against 1 against
Yep.
Cookie, and then Cookie's going to snap back. What do you guys think?
Cookie's gonna kill it. And then this week, okay, I couldn't get distracted by that awful crying. I'm sorry, Lizzie. I thought she was faking it. Like, I really thought that like, I couldn't even believe even a little bit that it was real. I thought that she was just I thought she was just trying to be rude to Cookie again, or I honestly thought it was a fake story to just make Cookie look bad.
And it's so taboo. He cheated on her with the nanny.
Right.
We haven't heard that one at all.
6 months ago.
6 months ago.
You have all of this mouth.
Preach,
so much to say.
Preach.
And she said one little thing and you
crumbles.
boo-hooing.
Yes.
And then they're attacking her. Cookie, you went too far. I was honestly done with that scene.
Yeah.
Because every episode we've seen them literally cat and mouse just going at it at Cookie. And then I'm trying to figure out what kind of talk show is this? Because
Who's watching this show?
like, are they trying to make this like The View or what?
I don't know,
because
friend.
I don't know. But back to whatever. Her cry was awful, and I guess what they were trying to do is just trying to find like a leeway into Cookie just trying to find herself.
Yeah, the
why she went
therapy.
to therapy and
The
stuff.
Oh.
but.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
gonna save it.
sorry.
I'm gonna save it. Go ahead.
Save
Go ahead.
that.
No, I'm gonna
Save
save it.
that.
I'm gonna
No,
save it.
I mean I'm wrapping up, but I'm just saying.
I'm gonna save it. But you know where I'm
I'm
going.
gonna let you finish, but
they took it too far. Like Cookie said one thing, she finally got to stand her ground, and now she's all of a sudden in the wrong, and it's just unfair because Cookie always back to being a woman. When you stand up for yourself, it's no, you're doing too much. Actually, a black woman, but we'll say that for another day.
This is crazy, boy. It's so much to going on. Last but not least, too, we were going to talk about making the film. Okay, so now we're to the point where now the Empire is making a movie, and we know that Hakeem is finally back. We haven't seen him in a while, and Hakeem is now
for like
playing
2 scenes, but it's fine.
He looks real cute.
playing Lucius. Ooh, hey Keem.
Keem.
You want your third baby, Keem? There you go, right there, Keem.
With the Groupon date.
Yes.
No,
Not my uterus.
No.
Not my uterus. No,
Wow.
no. So we see making the film, and of course we have Lucius coming in there like a big bad wolf. You gotta get it right, man. You gotta do it right, man. Y'all like the Terrence Howard?
Who put this
That was
corny
pretty
chain
good.
Okay,
on
thank
me?
you.
Yeah. I would never wear a chain.
And
Y'all do better than me.
Yeah, right. And all of that is really to build up our new character, which is Philly. I'm about to say
Street.
cheesesteak.
Philly
Street, not Philly
Like,
cheesesteak.
why are we trying to bring in another part of Lucius's past? Like, this is just another storyline. I'm like,
another that's just gonna come and try to tear down the Empire. Honestly, that's probably why they did that little soft, simmered down scene
Yes.
with the
just
other.
like staring into each other's souls. I was like,
Yeah, because it's like, oh, we got another villain coming in. We
Yes.
just got to ease him on out so we can focus on Philly now.
And we also have White Tracey. So now our new villains we've added on. Well, White Tracey is not a new villain, but she is
Crazy Tracey.
Yeah. So first of all, please. Listen. I know this is the most crazy things. Have not Tracey been stuck on drugs for a very long time? Why now that she's so say wealthy, she has no.
Yeah.
She has no itches, no twicks, no patches, no dust under her lip. Like, come on, right?
Yep.
She's now just dressed to the gods, and she just talks as if she has an Ivy League
yes.
education. But we known her to be from the streets.
Yeah.
Do you guys buy this White Tracey?
No, she's annoying.
Maybe
She's
when
the
she
worst
got
character
her
on the
little,
show.
part in the Empire, she went to rehab, and she cleaned
She was
herself
in
up.
rehab kind of the whole time, right? With Kingsley.
Yeah, she cleaned herself up, guys.
But she has no twitch. Maybe
No,
maybe the
no.
crackheads I know.
No,
No,
you're fine.
I'm joking.
I think she bothers me more than she might be
Anybody.
like on the bottom of my characters.
list?
On the I just
White Tracey.
She just gives no value to anything. She's just an annoying like little gnat that's on the show that it just reminds us that she's there. And I hope that she ends
agree.
up being more relevant. But it's just like, okay, like how hurt are you that he isn't putting you in his movie? Like you kept his son from him, and now you want to
should
be in
be
his
upset.
movie?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Exactly. And you were not, you were not just one of the main people in their life story.
Yeah.
You came
No.
in for a split second. Humble
You're
yourself.
only one season deep, White Tracey. Whoever plays White Tracey, let me tell you something. Come close. You're only one season deep. Everybody have been here for at least 5 seasons strong. Okay,
Look.
relax, White Tracey. Because when this show, we kill anyone at any moment. Okay, you can die on an elevator, you can die in a drive-by. Just calm down.
Let Lucius get a little bit more fed up with you.
Exactly. She
Like,
gonna be
he
gone.
tried to say, he basically tried to tell her that, like, hey, you better step back a little.
And why do they keep using murder as a solution? It's just
That's what the
That's the
show's built
Empire
on.
show.
That's what they do.
Yeah,
They kill.
it's Empire.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? Empire, we still love you. We had a lot to say today, but we still love you. What's in our news, Hayley? Oh, I know. I just threw it. Like, listen, I'm exhausted. Empire. My emotions are all over the place.
All right. So in our news segment,
my bad, Hayley.
we are going to go. This episode wasn't so much as most of them talk about mental health and illness, but this one for our news is going to be about Taraji P. Henson. She actually went on NBC News to discuss the crisis of mental health issues in African American teens. It's because of her passion that she has suffered from mental illness herself, as well as her father, who is a Vietnam veteran. He has suffered from mental health issues, and she wants to bring light to this. And because of that, she's actually started a foundation in her father's name known as the Boris Henson Foundation. I got it written down. I just wanted to make sure I get it right in respect to her. And that she also has testified to Congress. So she's testified to Congress to urge more funding for mental health in African American communities.
Ooh, that's great news.
Yeah.
That's not dramatic.
I appreciate that.
Tip to the hat. And again, we talked about this earlier. I think a special part about this news is the fact that it also attests to her as Cookie's character and why she does such a great job as the actress on screen in Empire handling Andre's mental health issues.
Well, and hers also this episode too.
Yep, exactly. So
and her as an actress as well. She suffered from mental illness or depression and stuff like that, anxiety.
Yep. So that is our news this week.
I'm excited. You know, one thing I will say about Empire, they definitely bring in the culture. They will touch on things that's relevant. And right now, you know, if it did get the attention of our prince, well, not our prince, but the Prince of England, then of course, you know, it's something that's trickling down also in the States right now about mental illness and, you know, the Black Lives Matter and the LGBT. So great.
I like that these shows, and that's the one thing I've always respected Empire for, is they force you to realize the hard conversations.
It's like you watching the TV show, but you realize they're watching us.
There's a lot of parallels going on in real life and in the show. So tip of the hat to the Empire writers for that.
Good job, Empire. Yes. Woo!
Yes, always done a great job at that. We know that.
Good job, man. Okay, so this is one of my favorite segments, which is the "Oh no, you didn't" segment.
Oh no, he didn't.
Oh no, he didn't. So in this segment, if you guys are first time tuner-inners,
I like that, tuner-inners.
This segment is where we get into the discussion of what was the mic drop moment. What was the moment where it was like, whoa? You know, basically, was that a good enough description of whoa?
That was a good description.
I think they pretty much nailed it home. What do you guys think was the "Oh no, you didn't" moment?
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to get back on Lucius pulling that food off the table because first of all, we see the maids and we see everybody in the back preparing these meals, and how dare you pull this good food off the table and because you're having a hissy fit. I just could not. People are starving. You're starving. Sorry.
It's okay. No, I agree.
Making it all about Lucius. Tying that back there.
We're gonna put a shirt on her that says "I love Lucius," and she's gonna have to wear it.
I just need to remind him it ain't all about you, Lucius. But for me, my "Oh no, you didn't" moment was more one that I'm proud of, but still "Oh no, you didn't" was Tiana taking her stance right before her performance, and then the fact that she sang a song called "I Don't Feel Bad About It." So she went out there, mic dropped, said, I'm a woman, I have an opinion, I'm standing behind my opinion, despite what you men want me to do, and I don't feel bad about it. Now let me sing a banger to you about it.
Yeah.
That was great.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
That was my moment.
Well, you guys both took my first one, she took the second one, so I'm going to ad-lib real quick. I feel as though my "Oh no, you didn't" moment was when Giselle signed Tiana behind Becky's back. I feel as though that was payback. I don't know if you guys agree, but I feel like she did it kind of like, I know that you done it to me, so you can't get that upset. So that was my "Oh no, you didn't" moment.
Dang, Giselle.
And with so much going on, you know, I'm going to jump into predictions and just figure out what you guys think is going to happen next. The medium.
Oh, yeah.
This is our medium.
So for me, I'm going to I know last week I think I said that I thought Andre was going to be the one who ends up killing Lucius. I actually had a revelation, y'all. I was thinking about this.
Here we go.
I was thinking
Our
about
medium.
this. Yeah, I was thinking about this during the week. So that's how you know this thought really called to me, okay? I really wanted to text you both and tell you this
Give her
realization.
this title and now she's running with it.
But I really wanted to text all this, but I'm deciding to hold it for this moment. And what I think is going to happen And this goes off of what we saw at the end of last episode where they kind of showed all of the villains, quote unquote, again, all the people that Lucius has wronged. I think everyone's going to team up and it's going to be a group effort to kill Lucius. So it's not going to be about the individual person that pulls the trigger. It's going to be accumulation of everyone that he's wronged kind of coming together, working together to finally defeat him.
That's a good prediction.
You need to join the writers group on that one. Even if that's not what happened, they need to rewrite it and shoot that. That's better.
You know, because like I feel like some way or another, it's just Empire. They're all going to find a way to each other and they're going to come up with a plot because why else would they just casually just be dropping these people?
I think he's going to fake it. I mean, cut you off. I don't know if you want to say something. No. I feel like that this whole scam is him faking his death, but maybe not. I don't know. I feel like it's a scheme. He's faking his death to lay low and to kind of avoid any police.
And run off with the daughter.
We both said,
I think Cookie, if anything, well, I mean, Cookie got blown up apparently, but
yes. It's gonna get me upset again.
I can't top you guys' predictions. Those are good.
Can I share one more? Yeah. You already know what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Oh my god,
I'm excited. Listen, you can cover your face. Now, I don't know who watched the last episode recap, right? If you haven't, go watch season 6, episode 3. But I did mention that after everything Cookie has been through, she may turn out to be a lesbian. Right? That's how the cookies go crumble.
The
cookie's gonna be a
therapist. She thinks this.
Anybody else see it? Anybody see it? The therapist is
you're giving the writers a hard time for doing the whole nannies thing.
Yeah.
Cookie hooking up with a therapist is like therapist
101.
It is.
It's therapy 101. And why did they make sure that they announced that she's a lesbian? But they said she was married, but she is married with 2 kids, but okay. But the fact that I think that Cookie's going to get somewhat healed by her therapy, I think they're going to end up like something. Even if she tells Cookie no
like a
or whatever.
Situation.
Something's going to happen.
Kind of was weirdly into his therapist.
It's therapy 101.
Kind of is.
And I told you she's going to find a way to be a lesbian before it's all said and done, and boom, you heard it here first. I may have to take your title as a medium. Sorry.
No, because the bigger twist, Damon Cross is going to be seeing the same therapist Damon, and all of everybody else are going to plot all together.
Did you just re-up my prediction?
She definitely just re-upped your prediction.
Because I think Damon Cross is really a woman in drag. No.
Oh my God.
Don't come for my predictions. Don't give me the big wow moment. You know what I mean? Lucius is really a woman.
Like, I'm done with y'all next week.
Oh my God. So much fun. So much fun with you ladies.
I don't need a prediction today, guys.
We predict there's going to be a lot of comments in the comments for this show. But what a great episode. What a great show. Thank you, ladies. You guys are so amazing. Tell us a little bit of where we can find you.
You guys can find me on all social media platforms at _Tyra Prude.
And you can find me on Instagram at Hayley Graves with 2 S's. That's HALEYGRAVESS. And on Twitter, Hayley1Graves2.
Nice. And I'm Funny Sarai, FUNNYSAYRIE on IG. And also on YouTube is Sarai TV. So you guys, make sure you come tomorrow. But make sure you come next week. It's only going to get crazier, at least with us within the panel. We're going to be honest and tell it like it is. And we can't wait to hear you guys' comments of what you feel is truth as well. Yeah. Here we go. Season 6 finale, Empire. Don't miss it. Peace.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.